In 1985, producer Cameron Mackintosh opened a new British mega musical in London. The show was based on the 1862 novel by Victor Hugo and featured music by Claude Michel Schoenberg and lyrics by Alain Boublil. Though the show opened to negative reviews, the London production ran for over 30 years, more than 13,000 performances. Les Miserables has connected with audiences all over the world and continues to tell the story of sacrifice and revolution.
You know, the themes ask us to consider people we don't see, to consider sacrifice, loss. Hugo consistently asks questions. He asks questions as individuals and as a society. So at the top of the show, when Jean Valjean is granted forgiveness and mercy, incredibly powerful forces, he is inspired to ask the question, who am I? And how am I to be? And how am I to operate in the world?
I think the music takes you on a certain journey. I think the characters are identifiable and relatable to people watching from the audience. I think that the narrative within the event is familiar in some ways. Sure, it's set at a certain time, but it's still of today.
Les Miserables was fascinating because it was originally an album. The album was given to Cameron Mackintosh, and he loved the music and realized there was something there. So, in what at the time was very unusual, he took it to the Royal Shakespeare Company. They opened at the Barbican, where the Royal Shakespeare appeared, and it got universally bad reviews.
It's a people's show. You know, Cameron talks about it a lot. The original production in London at the Barbican Theatre was not a critical success. And then the day after they opened, Cameron calls the box office. No one picks up. No one picks up. It's like, what's happened? Has the building burned down? He runs to the theater, and they're not picking up because the line around the block has gone so far that there's no way they could pick up the phone while they're dealing with all the ticket buying. Success was born out of community. It was born out of the theater goers who latched onto it and saw something in it.
It was a true word-of-mouth human phenomenon, the show. It immediately touched people. And, you know, from there, literally an international sensation. It's a really exciting team. Seth and Jim and Jesse are, you know, to say that they're dedicated to this show is, you know, such an understatement.
Having the access that I have to the original creators, be it the writers or Cameron, because of my day job, I think what I've learned from all of them is that a show like Les Mis succeeds because it can happen anywhere, in any space, with anything, as long as you have the people to deliver it.
When you're casting it, you know, you have to begin with the voice, because, you know, for our audience, for everyone, you know, they've heard these songs. So if it's something you think you know, how do we find the person, the artist, the voice that makes you rehear it? The other thing that we're going to have is we've partnered with our friends in the St. Louis Symphony, and we're going to have 22 members of the St. Louis Symphony Chorus to join us for certain parts of the show. So it's going to be the one day more of your dreams.
You can't ask for a better gift from a producer than to say, hey, here's a chorus from a symphony, right? One key ingredient, one key theme of Les Mis is community. And I think it's incredibly important that we create a community on stage that is a mirror for the community that is seeing the production. Why wouldn't we invest in the greater arts community for St. Louis when creating a more expanded community on stage to deliver this material?